Hey guys, so today we have another tank that we've been setting up for saltwater. It is a 125 gallon tank.
Hey guys, I'm right here. I know you were looking for
tank
me.
We have.
Sorry,
it's been bigger than any of the reptile tanks or anything we have, which I think is awesome. And right now we're adding inverts because it's been ready. It's been running for a couple weeks.
We've been keeping it a secret.
So
what size is this?
It's a 125 gallon.
And we have some decorations down here.
So
we have a lot more rocks.
Some giant hermit crabs, some calico crabs, and some blue leg hermit crabs. We're gonna start off with the blue leg hermits because they're not as cool as the larger crab species like the calico crabs. Now you guys may be wondering, the calico crabs will try to eat the other hermit crabs. They won't because they're detrivores, and detrivores don't eat live things, they eat dead stuff. And these are sealed really well, so I'm going to use some scissors to open them. There.
Hey, so, Cadence, what were you saying about rocks?
Oh yeah. So okay guys, so as I was saying, we have a lot more rocks, and we actually added this seashell just because it's saltwater, so why not make it like a beachy theme, right? So, and then we have like the blue sand. We really just like the blue sand. I mean, it gives a cool vibe. So, as Kenneth finishes that up, oh, and he's done.
Is your favorite color blue?
Oh yeah.
No, mine's actually red. But
as you can tell in the other videos, he's always like wearing red.
Can you hold this?
Do you want to just put those hermit crabs in your hand and then put them in the tank?
Yeah, that might be better. There, let me hold it over the ball so I don't get the carpet wet.
What kind of crabs are those?
These are blue leg hermit crabs. They are probably the most peaceful species of hermit crabs. So, and I'm not sure if there's a hermit crab in this shell or it's just an extra shell, but they will get big enough to fit in this shell. That they get decently big. And so I'm just gonna add them in.
Oh, those are some pretty hermit crabs.
And they should be coming out to walk around like that.
Oh,
and
we
then
can see him moving a little bit.
Now we have giant hermit crabs. Right? Giant hermit crabs? Yeah, giant hermit crabs. Sorry, I had to remember.
So much stuff we're getting now, he just can't remember.
Yeah. So.
What would you call those if you didn't know the name, Cadence?
I would call those big turds, because that's what they look like.
So, I'm gonna add these into the bucket. We're gonna pause it so I can get these out of the bag, and then we'll add them into the bucket. We have 2 of these. Alright, we've got our 2 giant hermit crabs in the bucket.
This one's a little bit more giant than the other one.
Yeah, this one's kind of small.
Move your hand, they can't see.
Unfortunately, they're not out for us. They'll probably
come out
because they're scared. I'm not sure if you guys can see them in the shell, but they are both in the shell. And
look at his ghost fingers.
I'm gonna drop them in, and hopefully we get to see them. There goes the net. My bad.
I'll grab that.
Thanks, Cadence. And there. That one was out in the bag, so hopefully he'll come out for us on camera, but he might not because he's scared.
Looks like some of your blue leg hermit crabs are coming out.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, there's one of the giant hermit crabs out a little right now. Looks like he's upside down, but he should be able to flip himself over. And he looks like he's having a little issue, so we're gonna assist him.
Yep.
Let's use the net and help him move over. There. Let me return the sand that I accidentally took.
You don't want to take all that out.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright, so what's next, Kenneth?
Alright, and then, so we have 3 calico crabs, and what we were thinking of doing is, we were going to get them all out of the bag, and then we're going to put one in here to show you guys, and the other 2 we're going to let be in the tank, so see if you guys can find them in the tank. Alright? We're going to pause it right now. Hey guys, we got all of our calico crabs out of the tank. You guys can clearly see the 2 in the tank that we already have. We figured we would only showcase one because they all look relatively similar, although they have different patterns.
And it's the same process, so.
Yeah, that one's doing a jig.
Doing a jig with the pig.
And then this one is spitting out water, which I think is really cool.
If you can tell.
It's like a little push.
What do you think he's doing by spitting out that water? Is he spitting it out? Is he
Yeah.
cleaning the water out of his system?
I think so, or he could just be scared, and so he's trying to spit out water as a defense mechanism because he's in the net, and so he thinks he's in a predator's mouth. So he's trying to scare the predator, which is what I think is happening, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get him in.
Yeah.
Up and over.
Alright.
So we're gonna put him close to the ground because
They get scared.
unlike fish, they don't like to be dumped out, so they want to crawl out of the net onto the bottom of the tank.
And that's our last one, and he looks like he's burying himself.
All right. So, from here, Kenneth, Cadence, rate them. What's your least favorite? Did you just put in? What's your most favorite?
I'm gonna be completely honest. My least favorite is the blue leg hermit crabs, just because I feel like they're kind of plain. And my favorite's probably the calico crabs.
What about you, Cadence?
My favorite is probably the giant hermit crabs, just because, like the one that looks like a rock. That's kind of cool because he's like actually a crab, but he looks like a rock. And then my least favorite, probably the blue-legged hermit crabs also, just because they're just kind of small and
They're pretty common too.
yeah, they're pretty common. So yeah.
So, guys, so this is a 125, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So what are y'all thinking? What are you thinking? Maybe the next addition to your new 125 saltwater tank.
I was thinking a hogfish because we've seen one at a certain pet store over and over again, and maybe also lionfish with it because those are usually really cool and they are big enough. These guys are big enough that if we get a right size, a lionfish won't mess with them. And the other ones, I mean, everything eats them usually. Well, not those so much, but those, the blue leg hermit crabs, have the stuff we're gonna put in this tank is gonna eat them. So we're gonna need a whole bunch of them. Yes, because they help with algae growth. Speaking of that, I have some stuff that we put in our other tank, and the algae started going crazy and doing really well. So we're gonna aid the algae growth a little with these because I'm pretty sure they helped a lot. And they'll dissolve in the water, which will help algae grow. And it is also good food for the blue leg hermit crabs and the calico crabs and stuff because, like I said, the calico crabs are detrivores, which means they eat dead stuff. They don't like living things. They like, if it's dead, they'll eat it. But if it's alive, they won't mess with it. It's basically how they are. Oh, and it looks like that calico crab is missing a claw.
Which he will grow that back.
Yeah, he of
So-
course will regrow that, and that is not due to us because we have no.
Well,
didn't
clearly,
see-
we just
Yeah.
got him, so
Yeah.
he'll do better with us.
Yeah.
So if you like know fish or crabs or whatever, if you know that pretty good, then you will know that like this is going to be a predatory tank. So that means we can get like the kind of the cool stuff, but since they're kind of like, they can be mean sometimes, so we have to get like fish that are mean. The tank upstairs that is a community tank, so that's like the fish that aren't as mean. But this tank is going to be predatory, and honestly, sometimes the predatory can be more cool. So.
Are you guys thinking you'll get killer whales for this tank?
Not that big.
Maybe baby ones.
No.
Maybe groupers, baby groupers. And
Inquiring minds, your subscribers
about
want to know.
Yeah, tell us what you want to see in this
You guys,
tank.
what about
Yeah.
sharks? Are y'all thinking sharks?
Stuff. Yes.
And stingray.
And stingrays,
Oh, yeah,
sharks and rays for sure. But I think that might be the biggest we're trying to go because a lot of stuff gets huge really quickly, and so a
We
lot
wanna
of stuff
keep
we're
them,
gonna be
like, the
putting
same
in here
size.
will need to be upgraded soon. So it's kind of like a grow out tank for everything, and a good way to compare a crab losing a claw, because it's not like a huge deal for him. It's just kind of, he got scared and dropped it or whatever. Like a lizard losing a tail. Anybody, like, I'm sure there's a bunch of references, like a lizard gets scared, it'll drop its tail just like that. Same thing with a crab. A crab gets scared and they just drop their claw.
Look, they're making buddies right there.
Yeah. Well, I think he's seeing if he's gonna give him an issue about claiming his territory. Is
Yeah.
what my thoughts are.
So, thanks for watching this video.
Please drop names in the comments for these new calico crabs.
Yeah, 'cause
and
their
the
spots are a
giant
little
hermit crabs.
different.
Oh, look, there's a giant hermit crab. There was a giant hermit crab out right there.
But yeah, so since their spots are a little different, we can like recognize them as their names. So make sure you let us know what to name them. And
Let me ask you guys, real quick, before you end your video,
yeah.
are you guys going to get a marker and play connect the dots on the calico crabs?
We could.
We
No.
could.
No,
Listen,
they're not.
if this gets 50,000 likes, we'll do it. We'll pull each of them out and play connect for on their on the dots of their back.
So thanks for watching. Make sure to comment all the stuff we told you to comment. And subscribe.
See you guys in the next one.